Hi, thanks for having me. I'm Angela Rose.
Angela is the visual artist, and you can see her art behind us.
Oh, I've been creating art since before I can remember.
What is it about?
All that kind of stuff, and he was a big part of that when I was going to primary school and high school, going really deeply into his artwork. I try to make a makeshift studio wherever I can. Gotten rid of a lot of social pressures that I held against myself.
I lost the question.
I guess the message to other people is about discovering what their passion, and I would really hope that my art inspires people.
How long did it take you?
I don't time myself. I don't know. But also I do work with metal, and there's a lot of love that goes into what I do. And yeah, I wanted to create geometry that's rhythmic, that moves, healing myself through it over the years. Something that reaches people. So I hope that this can connect with a lot of people out there.
Hello everybody from Sungate Festival 2021 in New South Wales, doing some interviews. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm Angela Rose.
Angela Rose, and Angela is the visual artist, and you can see her art behind us. Angela, can you please tell me how long have you been creating art?
Oh, I've been creating art since before I can remember. I think I used it as an escape when I was little, and it's just developed from me healing myself through it over the years.
And you said when you were little. How little?
Maybe when I was 5 and 6.
5 and 6. And when did you first start displaying your art?
Maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. It was just doing drawings at the time. So yeah, I've really wanted to not stop creating, which I feel like I don't think I would be able to.
No, that sounds great. And so, can you tell me a little bit about what message you're trying to deliver with your art, or what is it about?
I think the biggest message is about not giving up and self-discovery of self. It's brought a lot of healing to me over the years, and gotten rid of a lot of social pressures that I held against myself. And creating art for me is such a deep therapy. And I guess the message to other people is about discovering what their passion and what brings them peace and harmony. So that's what I find in my art for myself, and I would really hope that my art inspires people to do whatever inspires them. It doesn't necessarily have to be art. It could be music, walking, writing, just dancing, just get into their own flow and feel happy within themselves. And yeah.
That's very good. Who inspired you? I know you said that you've been creating art since you were little, but in terms of there must have been someone who inspired you.
There's a lot of different artists over the year. There's an installation artist called Andy Goldsworthy who does amazing outdoor installations using nature, and a big part of my inspiration for my art is nature and the geometry within nature, and things like Fibonacci spiral and all that kind of stuff. And he was a big part of that when I was going to primary school and high school, going really deeply into his artworks. And I think through that as well, being inspired by Picasso and just some of the classic greats and things like that. But yeah, with this as well, it's just a lot of my friends. Like I have so many friends that are beautiful artists, and I look around me and I feel so grateful to have so many people creating around me that we all support and inspire each other. So, yeah.
Well, that's very cool. And do you often display your art at festivals, or where do you display it?
This is the first time actually with this art. I haven't actually done a proper gallery before, so it's really nice. Like this development of working with wood has only come up in the last 8 months or so. So it's something that I've put a lot of my heart and soul into, and it's very new working with technology rather than just working with the flow of a pen to paper or working with clay and working with organic materials, because this is a completely different structure. It's more masculine, whereas a lot of my other work was more feminine and able to flow, and I'm trying to combine masculinity and femininity together to have that balance, which is, I hope it's happening. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. So you started with drawing, and then it turned into like wood, and I can see other materials that you use. What?
So at the moment, what I've got displayed here is the wood and the paper. Like my dream for my mandala work was to bring my 2D forms into a 3D creation, which is what you see here with the wood behind me. But also I do work with metal and things as well. Like I actually want to create things out of metal and maybe do even bigger installation pieces like Andy Goldsworthy, but with sacred geometry as the main core of inspiration for nature. Yeah.
Do you work from home?
Yeah, I have a little. I try to make a makeshift studio wherever I can. With the cutting of the machine, I have a wonderful partner who supports me, and he has really helped push me in the direction of my dreams, and I'm so grateful for that. There's a lot of love that goes into what I do, and I feel like he's a big part of that. So.
And maybe can you tell me maybe something a little bit, one of your wooden pieces? You pick one, please. Which one would you like to do?
Maybe I do with the Metatron over here.
Okay, yes.
So I guess when I first discovered taught myself how to draw Metatron's cube, it was such a amazing piece to get, I guess, immersed into, because there's so much geometry in it. It's like it's just so amazing and beautiful, and it was the main source of inspiration when I was doing meditation on the actual shapes and things like that. So I wanted to try and incorporate the flower of life coming out of Metatron, because they are in combination syncing up into that equilibrium, and I really wanted to bring that through in the art when you're looking at it. And I guess I do flow a little bit, like I didn't know what it was going to look like with that triangle in the center and trying to bring it all together, but to me triangle is nature, so I was trying to bring everything into the center of nature through using Metatron. Yeah.
Oh, no, very, very cool. How long did it take you?
I don't time myself. I don't know. Like in the digital side of things, because I'm still learning, it does take quite a while to get into a flow, because there's lots of steps that I need to go through, and I guess it can take anywhere between 8 to 12 hours to do the digital design, because of how procedural it is. It's like I'm creating each shape in 3D on the program, and then I have to break it down and turn it into a spline, and then turn that into a vector file. So it's like 3 or 4 different computer programs that I need to use to convert it over. So sometimes it gets very frustrating, because it's a very not a organic flow like my other art. So it's been a big learning curve for me about patience and perseverance. And yeah, I've always, sometimes you feel like giving up, but if you give up, you never know what you can accomplish. So yeah.
Very good attitude. I lost the question. Can you that that's all right. Oops, sorry. And with your other art, is it drawings or paintings?
So they're drawings. I've done a few acrylic paintings, but I do a lot better by hand. Yeah, I've actually never sold any of the original art because I have such a personal connection to how many hours I've put in the drawings that I just make copies of them. So I have like a big folder at home of collections of art for the last maybe 7 or 8 years of just drawings. So yeah, it's pretty. There's a lot there.
And hopefully people are going to see it at some point.
I would like to. I'm a little bit new to business side of things, and I also work part-time and to do that. But hopefully that would be nice.
Do you have like a website, or how can people find you and your art?
I have Instagram. I haven't made an artist page on Facebook, but I have two accounts. One is Angela River Rose on Instagram, and for this project it's Georhythmic Designs. So yeah, I wanted to create geometry that's rhythmic, like that moves, like art that flows and moves and vibrates and kind of something that reaches people. So I hope that this can connect with a lot of people out there. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, I wish you all the best in your artistic endeavors, let's call them that, because you started with something, now you're doing something else, and I'm sure in the future you'll venture out into other things perhaps. So thank you for talking to me, and enjoy the rest of the festival, and I will talk to you soon again. And guys, if you haven't seen other interviews on my channel, just go Solid Professor Music and you'll find a number of other interviews if you're interested. And today we're going to be interviewing many more people, musicians and visual artists. So thank you, Angela.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. That was very nice.
Thank you.